Hello everybody and welcome back to another UFC breakdown video. Today we will be breaking down UFC Vegas 76, Abus Magomedov taking on Sean Strickland in the main event of the evening. Cannot wait for this matchup. This card is stacked from bottom to top. Really looking forward to it. Let's get right into it. So our first fight tonight is going to be Elvis Brener taking on Guram Kutateladze. By the way, I'm looking off to my right because I have all my notes on the right on my second monitor, so excuse me for not making contact with the camera at all times. But yeah, I feel like Guram Kutateladze does have the way bigger advantage on the feet here, you know. I do feel like there's levels between these two. You know, Elvis Brener does get taken down in the regionals. You know, he has been reversed in the regionals. Guram Kutateladze does like to mix it up with takedowns, but he's primarily a striker. He'll mix in the takedowns, but you know, Elvis Brener has a wide variety of attacks like jumping knees, spinning wheel kicks, but doesn't have the best boxing. He has an okay jab, but Guram Kutateladze is just a way better striker, you know. Does have the more traditional, striking techniques, such as like the lead kicks he uses to go high to the body really well. Mixes combinations up with kicks very well as well. Not a bad head movement, does slow down as the fight goes on, but can fight a very hard 3 rounds and fight at a good pace, as we've seen it in this last fight against Damir Ismagulov, and he arguably won that fight and arguably won that 3rd round. So yeah, I feel like Guram Kutateladze is going to be another level compared to Elvis Brener. Going to be a very brief breakdown in this because I'm not going to spend so much time, you know, breaking this one down, but Guram Kutateladze is just on another level compared to this guy. And yeah, Elvis Brener, you know, has, you know, his last fight, dude, you know, Zubaira Tugugov, like, it wasn't a good look in my opinion. You know, I thought Zubaira won that fight pretty clearly, but Zubaira got robbed because I don't know why. Like, that was just a bad decision completely. And I'm seeing Elvis Brener, you know, get reversed in the grappling exchanges on regional tape, and he's shooting terrible takedowns in the regional tape. He'll like shoot a takedown, yeah, and then basically like fall to the ground. Like, it's not even pulling guard, it's kind of just collapsing to the ground after he doesn't get a takedown. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Guram Kutateladze. He's just on another level compared to Elvis Brener in this matchup. Moving on up the card, we have Alexander Romanov taking on Blahoy Ivanov. I mean, this fight is just hard to predict, I'll be honest here, man. You know, Blahoy Ivanov's a guy with such great durability, you know, no kicking at all, like 0 kicking at all, but he is very heavy in the clinch. He likes to get into the clinch and kind of just lay on top of you and grind on you in that clinch scenario. And Alexander Romanov's kind of the same way, but he'll get you to the clinch and throw you on your head. And I do feel like Alexander Romanov is going to win this matchup. I just feel like Blahoy Ivanov's balance on the feet, like, what am I seeing? His last fight against Marcin Tybura, like, that was not a good look whatsoever he did. And I don't feel like Blahoy Ivanov's a guy to put on the pace that is necessary to, like, you know, break Alexander Romanov. Like, Blahoy Ivanov, that fight against Marcin Tybura was such a slow-paced fight, and I don't feel like that. Like, we've seen Marcin Tybura versus Alexander Romanov, and Alexander Romanov was able to go 3 rounds with Marcin Tybura, and Blahoy Ivanov is less active than Marcin Tybura. So, you know, I do feel like Alexander Romanov can win this fight. I like, if he's patient and picks his takedowns well and not rushes them and then just completely gasses himself out, I feel like this is going to be an easy win for him, to be honest. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with a first round TKO on the ground. I just feel like Blahoy Ivanov is getting taken down by Derek Lewis. Like, you're getting taken down by Derek Lewis. That's never a good look. And, you know, I feel like Alexander Romanov can just take you down and kind of just control you. He's very heavy on top, but always look for those submissions on the ground, or he'll just pound you out. But he does gas, like I said, very quickly. You know, if he doesn't get that takedown as well, he kind of gives up on himself at times. Like Aspino fight, like, he completely gassed and basically quit after he got nutshotted. He found a way out and won a majority decision, or like a split technical decision in that fight. So yeah, I feel like Alexander Romanov is going to win this fight by first round TKO. You know, like I said, Blahoy Ivanov's a hard guy to get out of there, but it's not like Alexander Romanov's going to KO him on the feet type thing. Like, he'll get him to the ground and pound him out. Like, Marcin Tybura was able to control Blahoy Ivanov, and Blahoy Ivanov's get-up game is something shit, dude. Like, and also, like, if you look at Blahoy Ivanov's body from, like, years ago, dude, like, he was, like, kind of jacked for a heavyweight, and, like, you look at him now, damn, he's just fat. Like, you can definitely tell he's caring less about his career for sure, and kind of just wanting to get a payday, which is fair enough. And I feel like Alexander Romanov is really probably motivated after the first 2 losses in a row in his career. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Alexander Romanov in this matchup. Moving on up the card, we have Joe Anderson and Brito versus Weston Wilson. I'm just gonna say it. This fight, is such a mismatch in my opinion. You know, Brito, very athletic guy, very explosive, great calf kicks, great forward pressure, just never stops coming forward. Great double leg. He'll like work from the body lock, and then if the body lock doesn't work, he'll drop down and go for the leg. Goes for the double legs. Great ground and pound, good submission ability, good submission defense. Really strong in the clinch. Nasty neck submissions like guillotines, rear naked chokes. Like, he just seems to have another worldly squeeze, and I do feel like Weston Wilson is not on Joe Anderson's like level whatsoever. You know, Weston Wilson, I did watch the tape on this guy. You know, karate background, does train with Wonderboy, does have that, like, you know, blitz style, with that karate blitz style where they rush forward, but I don't feel like he's close to Joe Anderson Brito's level. I do feel like we're gonna see a body on the floor, dude. And it's gonna be Weston Wilson in this fight. Like, he is gonna get KO'd out cold badly. He's very open, and he's got chinned not just quite recently on the regional. He's on like a 3-fight win streak, but you know, like I said, 10 months ago he just got KO'd on the regional by an 11-9 guy. Like, you know, very, like I said, very open, no head movement whatsoever, and he is so open for the calf kick. Like, this guy was throwing calf kicks, and he was like not even like checking them, whatever. He didn't even like see them coming, and the guy wasn't even like throwing anything like behind it. Like, he wasn't even like setting it up. He was just throwing the calf kicks blindly, and he wasn't even checking it. And Brito's calf kick fucking kicks like a mule, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with John Anderson Brito pretty comfortably here. I mean, first round TKO, I feel like the under 1.5 and Brito is probably a play I'm going to, you know, play, because I just don't see how Weston Wilson can win that one. Moving on up the card, we have Ivana Petrovic taking on Liana Carolina. I'm going to have to go with Ivana Petrovic. Oh, it's such a hard fight. I did watch the tape on Petrovic. Let me just get up her my notes on her. I said, you know, she's primarily a wrestler, good ground and pound, good wrestling. She does not want to stand for long. She does not want to stand for long. She's very hittable on the feet. She does have good transitions on the ground. She will work for transitions on the ground. She won't just like stay in full guard and sit there. She will go into half guard, go to side control, and work her way to mount. And I do see Liana getting taken down in this matchup. You know, Liana has struggled at times with takedowns, but you know, her takedown defense has been improving. But like I'm saying, you get taken down by Molly McCann, like, you're literally getting double legged. And Ivana Petrovic's favorite takedown for my tape was that double leg takedown, but minus 225 is that's fucking great. That's fucking crazy. That's insane. Minus 225. Like, I was actually tempted to play Liana Carolina, but then I decided to hit myself on the head with a hammer to remind myself never to bet on Liana Carolina, because that's the worst thing that you could ever do in the world. Like, literally, it's basically just you're losing money guaranteed, and you're definitely losing your health, because holy shit, dude, like, the IQ of Liana Carolina is something to behold. It's complete dog shit at times. But yeah, I'm gonna have to side with Ivana Petrovic. You know, she's going with a split decision with a 5-4 gal. Like, I don't know, dude. It's such a hard fight to predict again, but I'm going to have to side with Ivana Petrovic to get the takedowns, control the fight over 3 rounds, and win a unanimous decision here. Moving on up the card, we have Yana Santos taking on Karol Rosa. Karol Rosa's decent. She's okay, but Yana Santos has 0 grappling defense. Takedown defense. Her takedown defense, dude. Like, you've been working in MMA for this long. Like, how long has her career been, going on for? Let me see this shit. 2009. 2009, and you still have that bad of takedowns defense. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, dude. Like, you have that bad of takedowns defense, and like, you've been doing this shit for like 14-15 years almost. Like, bro, come on. I do see Kyle Rusa getting the takedowns in this fight for sure. -2 in her favorite. No way I'm playing this fight. Not even close to playing this fight. Kyle Rusa does have some good Muay Thai on the feet. Yana Santos does have some, aggressive stand-up. She'll, like, really come out aggressive, land. Most of her strikes are kicks. She will box as well, but most of them are kicks, like side kicks, like body kicks. Let me see what other notes I wrote on her. She does hunt for takedowns of her own, but like, I don't really see them working on Kyle Rusa. Maybe they do, because Kyle Rusa does have some bad takedown defense of her own, but it's nowhere near as bad as Yana Santos's. Kyle Rusa was controlled by Norma Dumont, I'm pretty sure. Was controlled by Sarah McCann completely in that fight. So yeah, I'm gonna have to side with Kyle Rusa though, because she does strike well, and she does mix in the takedowns very well. She's very good in that Muay Thai plum. Great knees in there, and yeah, I'm just going to have to side with Kyle Rusa in this matchup. Moving on up the card, we have Kevin Lee versus Rinat Fakhretdinov, or Fakhretdinov, whatever his name is. Yeah, I'm going to have to side with Rinat in this matchup. I was kind of like tempted to go with Kevin Lee, and then I was like, let me watch the tape on this fight, and I was like, nah, I'm not picking Kevin Lee. Like, Kevin Lee literally went to a decision with Diego Sanchez. Like that's not a good look, and we definitely seen a decline in his fight against Daniel Rodriguez. Like, we definitely seen a decline there. Like, he just didn't look the same after he came back after all of those injuries in his like two knees. He basically had two like ACL fucking fucked up knees, and he didn't look the same when he came back in that fight. He looked dog shit against Diego Sanchez, and Rinat Fakhretdinov is looking like a real problem at 170. Wrestler majority, puts on the pressure, and Kevin Lee is so shit at, on the back foot, really shit fighting on his back foot, and I do see Rinat getting those takedowns off over and over again. We're not, okay cardio, decent cardio. Kevin Lee, not good cardio whatsoever. You do see Kevin Lee look really good for one round, and then drops off dramatically in that second, third, fourth, fifth, when it obviously is a 5-round fight. But yeah, Kevin Lee, I don't see him winning this matchup. Kevin Lee, decent kicks, not the best boxing, good wrestling. Negatives are his mentality. He just breaks in fights, really. He's too small. Like, the size difference in this fight is going to be crazy. I don't like Kevin Lee at 170 whatsoever. His best performances have came at 155. Like, I don't really understand why he's fighting at 170 at all, to be honest. Like, Rinat is massive. Like, Rinat is going to be so much bigger than Kevin Lee in this matchup. He's very hittable. Can shoot bad shots. Like, Kevin Lee can shoot bad takedowns, and Rinat will be able to scramble and get Kevin Lee to the ground and lay some big damage on him. Rinat Fakhretdinov, let me see what I wrote for him. Great pressure, always coming forward, great wrestling, good ground and pound, can wrestle double legs and body locks, does switch into single legs, will switch between singles and doubles when necessary. So much bigger than Kevin Lee, really committed double leg, doesn't check leg kicks at all, but I don't really see that being a big factor in this matchup when he's going to be fighting a wrestler, like a majority wrestler with some decent kicks in Kevin Lee. I just see Kevin Lee being on his back foot. Kevin Lee got double-legged by RDA, double-legged and slammed by RDA, and I do see Rinat Fakhretdinov doing the same thing, getting the fight to the ground, doing it over and over again. Terrible matchup for Kevin Lee to come back, but this guy, respect to Kevin Lee, though. Kevin Lee, like, he fights the best guys, doesn't he? He really does fight the best guys. He wanted to fight Islam Makhachev, RDA, Gregor Gillespie, Edson Barboza, Charles Oliveira, Daniel Rodriguez, obviously Diego Sanchez, but that was like a whatever fight. But yeah, I think Rinat Fakhretdinov is going to be able to win that matchup. Moving on up the card, we have Nursultan Ruziboev, something like that. I did watch the tape on this guy. He does have a wide variety of strikes, great submission skills, a lot of spinning attacks, really well timed knees when guys come in on takedowns on him. Presses forward a lot. He won't mind getting taken down as he immediately works for subs. Like I'm seeing on tape, like him getting taken down and immediately like going for Kimuras off his back and working for triangles and arm bars off his back. Like really threatening subs. Like I've wrote my notes, but he's getting taken down by a 12 and 17 guy. He's getting taken down by other guys in the regional tape. You know, Brito Ferreira likes to mix in the takedowns. Like Nursultan Ruziboev has zero takedown defense, and I mean that when I say it, like zero takedown defense, but like he does have good kickboxing. He does have good kickboxing. His takedown defense is really bad. Very flat-footed and plodding forward. He leaves his chin up in the air when he's throwing punches. Has been controlled on the ground. Literally getting mounted. He's literally getting mounted in the regionals by not the best fighters of records, let's be honest. I just feel like Ferreira will be able to get this KO. I do feel like he'll be able to get this by a first round KO. Like, Nursultan will be so much bigger, but Ferreira is so strong at this weight class. You know, he is kind of undersized, but big power in his hands. Great judo, very explosive when on bottom to reverse. Like, if he's ever on bottom, he will, like, reverse positions very well. Very athletic and throws a variety of kicks, switches stances a lot, good calf kicks, good at mixing in takedowns. But I would say the danger in this matchup for him is obviously the submission ability of Nursultan and the knees. The knees, like Brito Ferreira likes to, you know, change levels a lot, and like I seen on tape, Nursultan really loves that knee up the middle. Like I've seen him catch many guys on tape with that knee up the middle, and that is a worry. But I do feel like Brito Ferreira will be able to get that first round KO with his hands. Yeah, I just think he's too powerful. I think that Nursultan's boxing defense is pretty bad, and yeah, he can overswing and leave himself open to counters. But Nursultan can leave himself open for counters. Like this guy has very bad striking. You'll mid-fight you will see his right hand up here, but when he throws, it's like he'll throw and his right hand will immediately come down. It's weird. So, you know, there's definitely bad striking defense on the Ruziboev side, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Brito Ferreira by first round TKO with like ground and pound. He'll like hurt him on the feet and get a ground and pound finish. On to your next fight, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Ismagulov Bonfim. Really looking forward to this fight. Really looking forward to it. I love watching Ismagulov Bonfim fight, dude. I'm kind of a fangirl, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a fangirl of Ismagulov Bonfim, but Bonfim has really good counters, amazing counters, dude. Like some of the best counters I've seen from guys that were at the Contender Series. One of the best guys that has ever came out of the Contender Series, in my opinion. This guy is going to be a future top 5 guy, in my opinion. Only 27 years of age, and he is improving so much every single fight. Great counters, great striking, tight guard. He's so hard to hit clean, patient, and likes to pick his shots when he's hurt someone. Doesn't overthrow that much. Good scrambles when taken down. Like when he's taken down, he's very like good at getting back up. And Benoit Saint-Denis he's gonna need that in this matchup if Benoit Saint-Denis does go for the takedowns in this fight. Great jab. His jab's one of his best attributes for sure in this fight. Can fight well on his back foot and going forward. Great defense. Sees a lot coming when in boxing range. Like his hands are just where they're meant to be. You know, he'll never have his hand away from his face and gets punched by, you know, a clean shot. Never really like rocked by a big shot. Throws hard and always has great cardio in that third round. Sets up his shots really well. He'll like condition fighters. Like he'll notice fighters. For example, in his last fight against Terrence McKinney was dropping his head like every time, trying to like dodge the jab off Ismagulov Bonfim. Like Ismagulov Bonfim was throwing that jab out there, and Terrence McKinney kept, you know, like dropping his head to that one side completely, and Ismagulov Bonfim noticed that and faked it. And and then basically just took his head off with that flying knee. So he does condition guys on the feet. Really hard to hold down. Like I said, great footwork to evade shots. Lead hook to the body is nasty, bro. His lead hook to the body is so nasty. Mixes it up so well to the body. Like, I'm kind of a fangirl of this guy. So fun to watch. But yeah, Benoit Saint-Denis, a guy that likes to get it to the ground. Works for submissions on the grind. But hey, this is it. I'm going to be honest, I just don't see how he wins this. Benoit Saint-Denis is so hittable. You know, you look at that Zaleski fight. Like, the dude was just getting his head bounced around all over the octagon. Kind of felt bad for him. The ref was a joke that fight. Nicholas Stoltz still getting hit there, and Gabriel Miranda was getting hit by big shots from him, and he was a grappler. So, you know, Ismail Bonfim's going to be too accurate for him on the feet for sure. And yeah, I do see Ismail Bonfim getting a TKO in this fight. Second round TKO. But Benoit Saint-Denis is so tough, so he may be able to endure some of the big shots that Ismail Bonfim puts on him early, but he'll not be able to endure all of them. And I do see Ismail Bonfim being able to get a stoppage in this matchup. He just has to stop the takedowns and he wins this fight pretty easily. Going on to your next fight, Ariane Lipski taking on Melissa Gatto. I'm going to have to go with Gatto in this fight. You know, Ariane Lipski doesn't have the best takedown defense. You know, she has been working on it, as we've seen in her last fight against JJ Aldridge. She was a plus 300 underdog. I was going to bet her, but decided, like, nah, I knew better. And then she won, of course. But yeah, I feel like Melissa Gatto can get this fight to the ground eventually. Like, she'll have to put on the pressure and get this fight to the cage and work it from there. I feel like Ariane Lipski is getting better at stopping the takedowns from the open mat, but like in the clinch, she is so shit. Like, she is terrible at stopping takedowns from the clinch scenario, and I do feel like Melissa Gatto can do that in this matchup. You know, Melissa Gatto does throw a lot out there, but Ariane Lipski is not going to be able to, be on the ground with Melissa Gatto in this matchup. Ariane Lipski has no get-up game whatsoever, and like, she's literally getting controlled by Joanne Wood. Sorry, I thought someone was about to come in my room. It like threw me off completely. But yeah, Ariane Lipski, she does have no get-up game. She's getting controlled by girls like Joanne Wood, what other, like Della Rosa, right? Yeah, Della Rosa is a fight I watched. She has terrible fight IQ, trading with catch a beating on the feet, and I do feel like Melissa Gatto was getting down Tracy Cortez. Like, that's pretty hard to do. You know, Tracy Cortez is very hard to get to the ground. But yeah, you know, Ariane Lipski, when she's on the ground, she has no idea what she's doing. So yeah, give me Melissa Gatto by decision. Wouldn't be surprised if she got a finish, maybe like a submission or something, or like a ground and pound stoppage. But yeah, moving on up to card, we have Max Griffin taking on Michael Morales. I'm gonna have to go with Max Griffin in this matchup. You know, very unpopular again, but Max Griffin will be able to land that big right hand on Michael Morales' chin. Michael Morales is so open on the feet. I'll start with the good of Michael Morales first. You know, great counters, big power in his hand, sets up his right hand quite well. Like, he'll throw out two jabs set up with his right hand. Sorry, he can mix in wrestling as well, and like he did in the Contender series, and good low kicks. But he's susceptible for low kicks. Doesn't move his head much. Can be taken down. Chin is very high and hands are low. Doesn't even have the best movement to move away from strikes. Slows down as the fight goes on, as we've seen in the Adam Fugate fight. Like, he had his hands on his hips mid fight, literally over swings at times. And I do see Max Griffin being able to win this fight over the 3 rounds, you know, or catch him early. I just feel like Max Griffin can get this to the cage and dirty, like, fight him from there type thing, or he can maybe land that right hand on the chin to put Mike Morales down and control him from there the whole fight. Implement the wrestling against Michael Morales. We know that Max Griffin does have some good takedowns, arguably beat Neil Magny in that fight. And yeah, you know, Max Griffin will blitz forward to get you to the cage and take you down from there. Good power in his hands. Can can fight decently well on his back foot, always dangerous with his counters, throws in a lot of combination, and his leg kicks are going to be a very, very big problem for Michael Morales. Like, Max Griffin throws a lot of leg kicks, which I think will be a massive, massive factor in this fight. I feel like Michael Morales' leg will get hurt in this fight, and he will get taken down multiple times. So yeah, I'm going to have to side with Max Griffin in this matchup to either clip him or get this fight to a decision from his wrestling and his cage work. Very unpopular opinion there, but yeah. Moving on up to the card, we have Damir Ismagulov taking on Grant Dawson. I'm going to have to go with Damir Ismagulov. You know, Damir Ismagulov is such a good striker on the feet, and I do feel like people are taking way too much, he fought Arman Tsarukyan in his last fight and got controlled at times, but he was able to scramble out of bad positions and able to get this on the feet at times. And I do feel like Grant Dawson isn't on the same level at all of the wrestling of Arman Tsarukyan, and I do feel like Damir Ismagulov is going to be able to outbox Grant Dawson pretty easily. I'm seeing Grant Dawson get out jabbed by Jerry Gordon on the feet. I'm seeing that. I'm just seeing that, and I can't miss it. And he's very, very slow on the feet. He's not fast whatsoever. His leg kicks are very telegraphed. His jab is very telegraphed. A lot of his strikes are very telegraphed. And Damir Ismagulov is going to show levels to this guy on the feet, in my opinion. And the one thing I would say about Damir Ismagulov, he gives his back up when he goes for takedowns, which is so shit. It's very annoying when I've got a bet on him, but I just don't feel like Grant Dawson's on his level whatsoever, not even close. But if I'm Grant Dawson, I'm seeing that on tape and I'm shooting takedowns and trying to get Damir Ismagulov's back mid-scramble. His back control's phenomenal. One of Grant Dawson's best attributes for sure. Damir Ismagulov, like I said, does give his back up a lot when trying to get up and scramble out of bad positions. But yeah, I'm going to have to go with Damir Ismagulov to keep this on the feet, scramble out of takedowns from Grant Dawson and win this in the third round. I think he'll be able to get this fight done in the third round. So yeah, give me Damir Ismagulov, third round TKO. Grant Dawson slows down massively. Damir Ismagulov has great cardio, like I said, great takedown defense, and a really good get-up game. Was able to get up from Arman Tsarukyan multiple times. Arman Tsarukyan doesn't have the best top control, but I just feel like Damir's just levels above Grant Dawson on the feet here, man. I just feel like Grant Dawson is not going to be able to get this fight where he wants it on the ground and control it for 15 minutes whatsoever here. So yeah, give me Damir Ismagulov by decision. Sean Strickland taking on Abus Magomedov. I'm gonna have to go with Sean Strickland. Before tape, it was Abus Magomedov, but after tape, it's Sean Strickland. I'm seeing Abus Magomedov slow down in fights after the first round, and that's the worst thing you can possibly do against Sean Strickland. Abus Magomedov has a wide variety of traditional kicks. He'll throw a deep kick to the body, low leg kicks, body kicks, high kicks, left hook to the body, really good jab. But I see I'm seeing on tape Sean Strickland very good at blocking, checking low kicks he did against Jared Cannonier. He was checking a lot of low kicks, and that Jared Cannonier fight, that was a really his what do you call it? He just It's a good sign for him, if that makes sense. His stock went up. That's what I'm looking for. Stock went up after that fight, literally. And Sean Strickland in a 5-round fight, when I'm seeing Abus Magomedov slow down in a second round, especially that third round as well, I feel like he'll be able to win this all day, like he did against Nassourdine Imavov. I think it will look pretty similar to the Nassourdine Imavov fight. Abus Magomedov does have good wrestling, but I don't see him being able to get Sean Strickland down here and kind of control him for some rounds. In the what's his name? The guy that fought, I have to check his record. The Swedish dude that got a wheel kick. Saturday C. I watched that fight of Abus Magomedov's literally half an hour ago, and he slowed down massively, and he was literally dead at the end of the third round, and it was like him on top for the whole entire third round. Like, he didn't even have to waste much energy. Yeah, had his hands on his hips going into the third round, and I don't feel like he'll be able to get that first round stoppage against Sean Strickland at all. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Sean Strickland by decision. I feel like he's just gonna be able to win this fight as it goes on. Like, if you're gonna play Sean Strickland, I'd play Sean Strickland by probably just play Sean Strickland, yeah, and then play Abus Magomedov by first round TKO, because I don't feel like if this gets to the first round, I don't see Abus Magomedov winning this fight whatsoever. So yeah, give me Sean Strickland money line -175, and then give me like Abus Magomedov first round TKO. Like, what would that be? +300 maybe. I'd say the line will be set up +400 maybe. So yeah, give me Sean Strickland there. But there you guys have it. Let me just actually enter my predictions then. So let me just we'll do like a quick recap at the end of this. So Guram Kutateladze, just a better overall fighter on the feet, can take it to the ground, more ways to win. Romanov, I feel like he's just going to be able to get this to the ground pretty quickly. Brito Ivanov, not the best balance whatsoever, not the best takedown. When he gets taken down, can't get back up whatsoever. Anderson Brito is just levels above Weston Wilson. Weston Wilson is so hittable on the feet, doesn't check any leg kicks. Ivana Petrovic, decision. I think that she will be able to get the takedowns on Carolina, but very hard fight to predict, to be honest. Kyle Rosa, I think she'll be able to implement the takedowns. Yana Santos has 0 takedown defense. It's crazy. She's been fighting for 14 years and still 0 takedown defense, which is... that's weird. Romanov Fakhretdinov, TKO third round. I think Kevin Lee will slow down, kind of give up on that third round after a tough first 2 rounds. And yeah, I think that's just the Kevin Lee way, kind of gives up in fights. Romanov Fakhretdinov will be able to get the takedowns over and over again, control Kevin Lee on the ground. And he's just way bigger. It's such a big fucking size advantage. It's crazy. And there's Sultan Ruziboev versus Bruno Ferreira. I'm gonna have to go with Bruno Ferreira first round TKO. I think that their Sultan's very open on the feet, doesn't have the best defense, chin up in the air, not the best striking. Yeah, like he's wide variety of striking, like spinning kicks, body kicks, but that's about it really. Not the best boxing whatsoever. You know, dangerous off his back. We'll look for like Kimuras off his back, triangles, arm bars, stuff like that. Benoit Saint-Denis versus Ismagulov Bonfim. Bonfim's just on another level to this guy. Benoit Saint-Denis is so hittable. I'm gonna have to go with second round TKO for Bonfim just to completely counter. Benoit Saint-Denis, so counterable, dude. He's such a counterable fighter. Benoit Saint-Denis. And then I'm gonna have to go with Lipski Gatto by third round. I'll go with third round TKO. I think that Arina Lipski has 0 get up game. When she's taken down, she can't get back up, as seen in her previous fights against like Joanne Wood, De La Rosa, and other fights as well. Max Griffin, I think he has the movement in this fight to cause Michael Morales problems. He has low kicks that Michael Morales doesn't deal with whatsoever. The wrestling is going to be a problem. The power is going to be a problem for Michael Morales. Just a bad matchup for Michael Morales, in my opinion. And then you have Ismagulov, third round TKO for me, because I just don't think that Grant Dawson has like the striking at all to stand with Damir Ismagulov for 3 rounds, and even if he's able to get the takedowns, he'll not be able to keep him down at all, and he will gas in that third round and get TKO'd. Our last fight is going to be Sean Strickland by decision. I think he'll be able to survive that hard first round and basically win as the fight goes on, as Abus Magomedov gasses out. But there you guys have it. There is my full breakdown video for UFC Vegas 76. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I did about 10 hours tape study for this card. I'm not trolling. Started like literally after the fights and haven't stopped since. So yeah, there you guys have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, do all that good shit, and I will see you guys on Wednesday to break down the main event in more detail and give up my best bets on Thursday. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Peace.